guys, morning. How are you? How's everything? Hello, hello. Anybody home? How you doing? I'm so excited for another day with you guys. It's 11:22 and I'm showing off another one of my jumpers. So if you watched my live yesterday, I got this, and then look at the back. Let me show you the back. What do you think? That's how the back looks like. So today, just gonna, hi, thank you for joining. How are you? Yeah, so I think it's 11, almost 11:30 now. I'm showing off another one of my jumpers. What do you think? Who's just joined us? Hi, morning. How are you? Thank you for joining the live today. I'm so excited to have you. There's a little bit of noise outside, so let me just check. Hi, welcome. So today, I just got back from the gym, and then woke up very early in the morning. First of all, I did some work, then I went to the gym. I just got back from the gym. I want to prepare my breakfast, and as I do so, I will be cleaning the kitchen because the floor is really dirty. And once I finish that, we are going to talk about starting an Airbnb business. And obviously, with the pandemic having happened, a lot of people, like when the airports were shut down and very few people could move around, there's a message coming on my phone. Yeah, so as I was saying, with the pandemic came a lot of issues for Airbnbs, especially like once the airports were shut down and people couldn't move around. So a lot of Airbnbs like kind of also shut down. And one of the questions people have been asking me is, Eva, does it still make sense to start an Airbnb in 2021, or let's say this year, for example? We still have about a month to go. Does it make sense? Can you still make money on Airbnb? And that's what we are going to talk about. So I'm just gonna fix. So yesterday I bought some maize, which I have boiled here. So I'm gonna have that maize, which is already boiled, and then I want to prepare some sausages and an egg, and that's what I'm gonna have for my breakfast. Then I'll make some dawa. Dawa is basically ginger and lemon. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna get my stuff for the sausages. Oh, and if you've been joining my lives since we started out by preparing this traditional vegetable, managu or osuga. So this is day 4, and let me just, that is day 4 of the preparation. So I'm just gonna add some milk. Remember we said every single day you boil it with milk. Gosh, it's really noisy, I'm sorry. Every single day we boil it with milk so that it can ferment. And as I've been boiling it, it has become a little softer. So you'll notice oops, and the phone just fell down. Sorry guys, the phone fell when I was adjusting it. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, remember I told you with the traditional vegetables, when you cut it, it changes the taste. So I'm just breaking it with a spoon because having boiled it over and over, it's now become soft. So you just wanna, let me show you what I'm doing. So I'm just cutting it up in bits. So once I do this, so that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Just cutting it in bits. It's getting so hot now. The moment I've started cooking. So today, this is what we are gonna have for our lunch. So guys, my people came to visit, so you're probably gonna occasionally see them on the video. Once in a while, you'll probably see them moving around the house. Just bear with me. So this is what we are gonna have for lunch. It's pretty much ready now. I've been warming it since Monday, twice every day with cream and milk. So now I'm just doing it. Instead of cutting, you just do this with a spoon. Sorry about the noise outside. I stay in an apartment with so many other of neighbors' kids. So I'll try and talk loud enough. Guys, I think now it's in little pieces that are, it's very easy to eat. So this is how it now looks like. You can see even the whatever has changed and it smells really good. So I'm just gonna let this cover for a few minutes as I prepare to my sausages for breakfast. I'm just gonna cover this. So it's getting really hot. I'm just gonna take off this. I think I've shown off enough, so I'm just gonna take it off because it's really hot in here. And I'm still in my gym clothes, so you'll bear with me. So guys, this is what I use to grill my sausages. This is what I use for grilling. it's something, I don't know what it's like, a manual grill that I bought. I bought it back in the day when I used to live in Pakistan. So this is what I'm gonna use for. It has 3 parts. So there's this part which is used for covering, and then there's this bottom part where you put water here, and there's this other one where the gas goes over. So this one I think is ready. So what I'm going to do is put this one here. So I'll just this part down, and then I'm gonna put water so that my sausages don't burn. It's a one thing I like about that manual grill is that you don't have to use oil to make your sausages. So I'm just putting, let me show you what I'm doing. So this is how it looks like. So you can see there's gas down here. There's a hole for the gas. And I'm just gonna put water. Sorry about the noise here. And then there's this part I just put on top. And then I cover this. So the water makes sure that my sausages don't burn when I'm cooking them. So I prefer using that because with that grill, the manual grill, I don't have to use oil when I'm making my sausages. I don't know if you can see. Sorry guys, I just got from the gym now. I didn't even get time to change. So I'm just gonna cut my sausages, the packet. And this is my favorite, my sausage of choice, the safari beef sausage. They have this really nice taste. And if you are watching from outside Kenya and have been to Kenya, you probably know. Oh, you're fast. Hi. I'm just making my breakfast. So what I'm going to do, I'm just grilling my sausages because I like it that way without oil. So this is what I'm doing. Let me show you. So I've cut the sausages, so I just arrange them on top of the grill. And once I've done that, so this is what I'm just putting them on top of the grill. So this is the healthiest way to make your sausages without oil. And then I'm just gonna cover with this one. So this is how the whole setup looks like. So down here I have water, up here I have the sausages, and then I cover with this. So the water makes sure that the sausages keep moist, and also that they don't dry up. So I'm just gonna keep the remaining one. Hi guys, morning. Thank you for joining. I'm just preparing my breakfast. So I'm just gonna wash up this. How are you doing today? Are you excited? It's Friday. I love Friday because so at my workplace we have what they call like a flexi work policy, where we have a stipulated number of hours you're expected to work. So once you finish your hours and you finish what you're doing, you can actually almost work just half day on Friday. So I woke up very early in the morning, did most of my work. I was up by 4 a.m., finished up most of what I wanted to do. Then I went to the gym and finished from the gym, and now I'm just doing my breakfast. So while our sausages are cooking, let's talk about making money. That's why we are here, right, guys? That's why we are here, to make money so we can afford a travel lifestyle. So, can you still make money with Airbnb? I'm gonna put my veggies have warmed. If you remember, we started doing the veggies on Monday. Let me show you how to look. I can't wait for lunchtime. I've just warmed them and they look so yummy. This is how the veggies look, guys. With ugali, gosh, it's really amazing. Anyway, so can you still make money on Airbnb in 2020? So if you don't know what Airbnb is a platform whereby, you guys, I'm so hungry. As the sausages are cooking, let me prepare an egg. I'm so hungry. So yeah, about Airbnb. Can you still make money with Airbnb? So I said Airbnb is a platform that enables people who have extra space. If you have extra space to let in your house, then you list your property, extra space in your house or an extra property, you list it on Airbnb. And once you have listed your property on Airbnb, once you've listed your property, people who are looking for accommodation will go to the Airbnb platform and book your house, yeah? So somebody was asking me that, can you still make money with Airbnb in 2020? Yes and no, depending on what strategy that you use. So with Airbnb, there are different ways you can make money. So obviously, after the pandemic happened, a lot of people kind of were not able to continue running their businesses because there wasn't a lot of traveling anyway. And that's why that question is relevant. So I think there's still room to make money with Airbnb, that is as a host. Gosh, I'm trying for a nice spot where you can see my whole body, at least my whole face. I don't know why. Maybe I need to get a book. If I lift this one here. Oh, it's worse. Anyway, so as I was saying, so because of the pandemic, a lot of people stopped traveling, and as a result, there wasn't a lot of business for Airbnbs, and that's why this question is really relevant. Can you still make money on Airbnb 2020? In 2021, can you still make money? So I'm gonna do my eggs as I talk. So I think you can still make money depending on what strategy that you use. So obviously the most important determinant of if you make money with Airbnb will be your property, yeah? Where is your property located? So obviously, like in Kenya, for example, with the Airbnb, with the pandemic having happened, and then it was followed by lockdowns and stuff like that, a lot of people were a little bit scared at the very beginning. Nobody was going anywhere. But of late, I've noticed a trend whereby increasingly more, these are my eggs, guys, and it's kienyeji chicken from my farm. I have a kienyeji is what in English? What do you call that in English? Free range chicken eggs in my village. So as I was saying, so with a lot of people, initially everyone went under because of the lockdown, and then After that, when it was reopened again, people suddenly started traveling again more and more. So as an Airbnb host, depending on where your property is located, if it's located in an area with lots of other activity, like let's say if it's in Naivasha in Kenya, or you're in Mombasa, or just anywhere else there's a lot of activity that keeps people outdoors, then you can make money. And also if I'm just making sure my eggs don't burn. So, and also, let's do it together. I see how yellow they are. That's why I love organic eggs. Like, eggs are supposed to be yellow. You remember when you were growing up, it used to be called yellow for eggs? I think so. Color as an egg. But these days, with all these GMOs, gosh, I'm looking for my... Oh, this is what I was looking for. So, as I was saying, if your Airbnb is in a location that has a lot of activity, then you're lucky. You could be able to make money. So like right now, since the country was open in Kenya, for example, a lot of people have been moving around. Gosh, there's so much space, but it's so hot in this kitchen. If I close the door, let me just try. Anyway, so if you're in such a location, you can make money with your Airbnb. But what you want to do, if you decide to start your Airbnb around this period, one of the things you want to do is have a flexible cancellation policy. So the reason why you need a flexible cancellation policy is because I might book your Airbnb today and then tomorrow the country is shut down. So if your policy is not flexible, then it deters potential customers from booking your property. And that is one feature of Airbnbs. You can choose to either have a strict cancellation policy, which means if somebody had booked your property and then they cancel, they still have to pay you. But when you have a flexible cancellation policy, it basically means that if somebody cancels the stay, then you still refund the money, because I mean it's not their fault. Now, you're probably wondering, like, so what if I don't have my own property? So you can actually rent accommodation in a cheaper area, and then you let it out for a higher price. So for example, here in Kenya, and my egg is ready. So for example, here in Kenya, in Nairobi, there are some areas with very big houses, and they come for very cheap. So like in Syokimau area, for example, the houses there are very cheap and they're very big. You can get a 3-bedroom Syokimau at the river Kiserian. Guys, I'm opening the door, it's so hot. You can be able to get a house for like $250, that's 25,000 Kenyan shillings, and then you rent it out for maybe per day. You can rent like $50 or $30 per day. So let's say you work with 50% stay, that comes to around, gosh, I'm trying to stand where you can see my whole body. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Push it up. Yeah, this is better now. So that comes to around, so let's say if you get 50% capacity stay, it will come to around $900 US. This is my flower. Guys, what do you think about it? Do you love it? So which is blocking, yeah? But it's okay, actually it can't happen. So you can actually rent out a property and then use it as an Airbnb. So that's number one way, depending on your location. So find a location that you're likely to find people staying there. Another person that you can target for your Airbnb, apart from those who are going on vacation, is people who are in lockdown and they're working from home. So for example, right now, as you can hear in the background, there's a lot of kids playing and it's really, really loud. If you're those kind of people who can't multitask, and that's why I try to do a lot of my work very early in the morning before the kids wake up. And sometimes, so like in my case, unfortunately, there are people's kids who are not my kids. I can be like, hey guys, keep it really down. But if they are your kids and they're in your house, like you can't throw them away. So you can target this kind of people who want like just a place to work in during the day. So you can charge like, I don't know, $10, $20. and just provide like like refreshments. You can have like a coffee station for them. So just make sure you put it out in your Airbnb that your Airbnb is work friendly. They call it laptop friendly, and somebody can just come and have a quiet day where they can work away from the noise or away from their kids or their neighbors' kids, like in my situation. And then also you can target, so like let's say mothers or parents or people who, again, because of lockdown right now, a lot of, not even just the pandemic generally, and that especially in Kenya, the schools are closed, so a lot of people are also working remotely. So can you imagine you're working remotely and you have all these kids at home, and most people in Kenya live in 2-bedroom houses. So you can imagine you have like maybe 3 kids, the house girl is there, there's probably your relative, you're there, and you're working from home. Like, it's exhausting. I don't even want to imagine. I just thank God I'm not in that situation. I'm fortunate my family lives in the village, so I'm here by myself. And so like right now they're visiting, so you probably might see some of them here. And like my youngest boy is 13, so yeah, he gets ready to work. But you can imagine if you have smaller kids, it must be really exhausting. So you can also target that market for like staycations and momcations, friendcations, dadcations. So if your place is in that kind of a neighborhood, then you can actually still make money in that way. You can hear where the kids are screaming. Gosh, I don't even want to imagine. Not that I hate kids, but anyway. So let's check how our sausages are doing before I continue. So you guys can see this. I didn't look at all that oil I didn't put any oil. And the sausages are cooking by themselves. Look at all that oil. Just using this grill and the water which is coming. Gosh, it's so hot. Yeah, so I'm just gonna turn them and then cover them. What do you think, guys? How do you prefer your sausages? I know you're a vegetarian. Anyway, so as I was saying, so if that's another market that you can target, people who are just looking to wind down away from the kids and yeah. So I can say yes, no, in terms of making money on Airbnb as a host. Yes, you can still make money if you follow those principles. I'm eating my egg that I just mentioned. Now there's probably another question. What if I don't have a house? Or I probably do, but I don't want to be on Airbnb as a host, yeah? Can I still make money? Yes, you can. So I just wrote a few notes here of the different ways you can make the money. So number one, I already mentioned, if you don't have a house, you can rent out a property in a slightly cheaper neighborhood and then offer any of the services I've mentioned. That's a momcation, staycation, friendcation, workcation, whatever. And then the number 2 way you can do is you can use the Airbnb platform to host experiences. These are called Airbnb experiences. This is whereby you offer other vacation or accommodation related services that are not related, that is not hosting. So for example, personally, I have taken part in different Airbnb experiences. So for example, when I went to Brazil, I took part in, I don't know what they are calling it, but it was basically where they take you around Brazil and they show you the life of the black people. Yeah, so most people when they come to Brazil, they're not even aware that there's a huge African community. Remember, Brazil is one of those countries that were the last to abolish slavery, and the highest number of African slaves are actually found their way in Brazil. So there's a very big community there. So I paid for one of those experiences, and they're just taking me around the black quarters and where they, show me around their lifestyle, their food and stuff like that. So if let's say you're based in Kenya, you can offer similar experiences. You can maybe show people your culture. So let's say if For the Kamba community, and in my neighborhood, there are even women who make these baskets and stuff like that. I can showcase their creativity and just show people how the basketry process happens, like how you even prepare the sisal and stuff like that. But I've also taken part in, the other thing about this, my manual grill, is you want to make sure that you don't run out of water in this bottom one. So what I usually do, after some time, I just add some water on the edge. So you want to add some water so that it doesn't dry. Gosh, I think I need to push it a little bit. Ouch. So in the bottom, oh God, I don't think I can do it. I think I have to hold it with both of my hands. Excuse me 1 minute. I need to find a way to put water so that it doesn't burn and become too dry. Let me show you what I'm doing. I don't want it to just... So this is what I've decided to change. That menu was too big. So I'm just pouring water. So you just have to make sure that you keep adding so that it doesn't dry. So I was saying that another experience that I've been engaged in is photography. So that is a very easy one if you have a professional camera and you take nice pictures. So you can actually combine, let's say if you're based in Nairobi, you could combine downtown Nairobi tour with photography, for example. So that's another way you can make, and I participated in both. I did a photography tour in Argentina, and the beauty with the such Airbnb experiences is that you get to do like maybe 3 hours. All the ones I've taken part in are like 3 hours, and they charge as much as $70. So it's very low labor. Oh, the kids are at it again. It's very low labor intensive, but you make decent money. So unlike we're hosting, you know, with hosting you have to clean your premises, you have to buy supplies and stuff like that. But when you're doing Airbnb experiences, you just have to offer your time, and most experiences are like 3 hours. Another experience you can do on Airbnb is like cooking. So for example, I could, and just make sure whatever you're offering is something unique that somebody can't just find on their own, like in a cookery book or stuff like that. So you can do like traditional Luo vegetable session cooking, or I don't know, just find anything interesting that you can offer on the platform. So another way that you can make money on Airbnb, even if you don't own property, is there are these, I don't know what you call them, like these supplies, you know, the single-use guest supplies. Like when you go to hotels, they have like those little soaps and little lotions. So you can start that service. I'm just adjusting my camera. You can provide those kinds of single-use supplies to other Airbnb hosts and make money out of it. So basically what you need to do is find somebody who can provide you with a little jars. If you think your business is viable, gosh, you guys, it's getting hot, so I keep opening my door. The noise gets much, I close it. So you can actually, when you're starting off, just go to River Road. There's a bunch of companies that can make for you those small containers, or even in the industrial area, if you're based out of Nairobi, for example. But once you start getting big and getting more clientele, then you can consider importing those straight from China. Like it will be so much cheaper for you. Another way that you can make money is with Airbnb. If you don't have a house, you start a professional pest control service. So one of the challenges Airbnb hosts face is that, you know, remember you're admitting different people to your house and you don't know where they have been. So chances of getting things like bed bugs and all these other kind of pests is very easy. So what you can do is to offer these pest control services, and then you target specifically Airbnbs, yeah? So you just go to the platform and find people like in your area, and then you just target them with these pest control services. Tell them I'll be fumigating your house like every month, for example. So in my case, when I was running my Airbnb, I used to fumigate every 3 weeks because I just didn't want to have like issues with my guests. And then something else you can do is you can offer marketing, branding, and copywriting services. So one of the issues with the Airbnb or any other, let me check my sausages how they are. Guys, these guys, they're cooking. Let me show you. So one of the things about Airbnb, like any other internet company, is that SEO is key. So these are my sausages. I'm grilling them here in this manual grill. I got this from Pakistan back in the day, but I think somebody was telling me they saw something similar during the ASK show in Nairobi. So I think you can find them there as well. And the beauty is that, gosh, it's so hot. Don't ask me why I'm not using a knife or a fork. This is supposed to be a non-stick thing, but it's now sticking. Gosh, it's so hot. So somebody told me they saw something similar during the ASK show in Nairobi. So I think you can also find it there. And you guys, the beauty with this thing, just look at all that oil, and I didn't put any. This is from the sausages themselves. So if you're eating sausages that are deep fried in oil, that's the amount of oil you're eating into your body. Then I'm just gonna cover it. Anyway, in the next 3 minutes or so, the sausages should be ready. So as I was saying, like any other internet company, SEO is very, very important. Any business run on the internet depends on SEO. SEO is basically search engine optimization. How easily can your product or service be found? So even as you list your Airbnb, you need to make sure that you're using the kind of terms that your potential client would use to find you. So you can actually offer those services to your potential customers so that like I just tell people I offer Airbnb copywriting services, so you can be helping them to describe their listings and get paid for it. Something else you can do, I have my notes here, is website development. So not everybody who has an Airbnb or a short-term rental property wants to put their rental on Airbnb.com platform. Some of them might want to have their own websites, and that's where you'd come in to offer your website development services. And if you're doing this, I would suggest that you pair it with the social media marketing, which is my next business that I would suggest if you don't have a house but you still want to participate in Airbnb. So if you offer the social media services, so you can help them to manage their Facebook accounts, their Twitter accounts, their Pinterest, and all other social media, you help them to manage those. You can also help with Airbnb setup consultancy services. So that is something that I've been doing for almost 2 years now. So I have a lot of people who call me, hey Eva, I want to start my Airbnb, but I'm not sure where to start. Can you offer me your services? So this is going to happen, especially if you have run your own Airbnb like I have done, and I have that experience. I know what it takes, I know the challenges, obstacles, and all that kind of thing. So I usually charge my services per hour basis, and like there's a whole range of services that I provide, from helping you with how to like reviewing your listing if it's SEO friendly, advising on what target markets you can look at, advising on things like additional promotional activities and stuff like that. So last but not least, the other thing you can do if you don't have a house on Airbnb, you can offer what they call Airbnb property management services. So this is basically whereby I have an Airbnb, for example, but I don't have time to manage my Airbnb, so I sublet that management to somebody else. So you can find Airbnbs where people are, Airbnb forums, join them. I think our sausages are ready. Yeah, so just find any of the forums, mostly they're in WhatsApp groups, Facebook pages, and So let's say if you're in Nairobi, just get Airbnb forums in Nairobi, and you can offer, you'll find people who post and say, hey, I need somebody to help me manage my Airbnb, what do I do, and stuff like that. So that's how I think you can also make money. So if the question is, can you still make money with Airbnb in 2020, 2021? Yes, you can. It doesn't matter whether the pandemic happened. And I said you simply just have to change how you market yourself. So for example, before, most Airbnbs were targeting international visitors, but you can target domestic clients. As I mentioned, a lot of people are currently traveling domestically, so whether it's for vacation, if you can find a property in areas where there's vacations, like I don't know, coastal areas, beach areas, where there's national parks, then you can target domestic clientele. Then make sure that your cancellation policies are flexible, because with all that is going around and the uncertainty, people are not sure. They might book your property and then lockdown happens. People want that comfort that in the event that something happens, I can still get my money back. And then make sure you also share with your potential clients your cleaning and sanitization policies. With COVID having happened, everyone wants to know, am I going to be safe in this Airbnb? So you want to make sure that you consciously and publicly talk about your sanitization policies in your listing, have pictures, have videos of the sanitization happening. And when people come to your house, make sure you also really sanitize and keep the place clean, because if somebody becomes sick, they're gonna tell everybody, I went to this Airbnb and now I have COVID. But if they come to your place and it's well taken care of, it's clean, it's sanitized, they're gonna tell people that I visited this place and I'm impressed by their sanitization policies and blah, 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 and stuff like that. So I think that's it from me for now. I need to take my breakfast. I just had an egg and now my sausages are ready. I'm gonna prepare my dawa. So let me know, please give the video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Oh, somebody said I removed their comment. I haven't. So you said, let me just see what comments I have here. Please give the video a thumbs up so that others can also find it. Can you make a recipe of breasted chicken and coleslaw? Now, I'm not sure if we can make, I stand to be corrected, if you can make breasted chicken with free range. You know, the free range chicken is that it's really hard and it takes a process for it to boil and become soft, because I don't eat the other, they're called broilers. I don't know what you call those non-free range chickens, which I usually use for making the breasted thing, but I'll try. I'm not sure if the free range chicken can be used. I've never made, but I will try. Okay, I don't know, can you tell me how to pronounce your name? I'm having trouble pronouncing your name. Let's see who else is here. Is there anything else you want to know about Airbnb? Please give the video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it so far. So I now want to make my dawa. Dawa is basically a mixture of ginger, lemon, hot water, and that. So that's what I want to make. That will be my drink. Gosh, you guys, sorry for the noise. I don't know what is happening with all the babies today. They have just decided they want to cry, so yeah. So let me make my dawa. How do people who have small kids and still have to work manage? God, that is so much noise. Oh, Lord Jesus. So I'm just gonna put water, just a little water. And I'm putting water, and then I want to make dawa, guys. And then I have this fresh root ginger. I'm just gonna cut a piece, just break it with my hand, and clean it. What do you guys think about my sausage griller, if there's such a word? Is it something you'd consider? Do you like the whole idea that the sausages are cooked without oil? They just cook in their own oil. It's like a really healthy way of still being unhealthy. I think sausages are already very unhealthy. So grilling them is a nice way. Thank you for the thumbs up. Please give the video a thumbs up. Sorry, this is my plant that is in your screen. It's on your way. I don't know, it makes the place looks interesting. So what I do with my... No, actually I've changed my mind. I think I should make masala tea. No. Yeah, maybe let me make masala tea. So what I'm gonna do is just to grate this in my water. I don't know if you can see. I'm just grating it. Please give the video a thumbs up. I wish you could see what I'm doing. Let me try and put the camera nearer. Yeah, this is better now. Now you can see. So I'm just gonna grate this. Ginger. So guys, I've changed. I think instead of dawa, let me just make tea, masala tea. So what you want to do if you're going to make masala tea and you're using milk, you want to first grate your ginger. If you're using fresh root ginger, you want to grate your ginger in the water and until it boils. Make sure your ginger has boiled because ginger is a little bit acidic. Oh, it's a lot acidic. So if you put directly into your milk, it's gonna coagulate. It's called coagulate, becomes like sour milk. I think it's called coagulation. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm just putting the... So guys, tell me, is there anything else you want to know about Airbnb, about what I talked about, anything about making money online? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be happy to. So this is now boiling. I'm just gonna let that boil. And meanwhile, I need to eat. I told you guys that I had some boiled maize. So this is boiled maize. I'm gonna have my boiled maize because I know I'm eating a lot here. I go to the gym. So I'm allowed to eat. Let me know in the comments anything else you want me to know, yeah? As we wait for the tea to get ready, is there anything you want to know? Let me know. Instead of just me eating here, you could make use of this time. Ask me anything. Guys, the maize is really yummy. So, something that I learned over the years, when you're boiling maize and you want it to remain tasty, make sure you boil it the same day you get it from the farm, yeah? If you, let's say you get it, it's harvested today and then you don't eat it until the following, you don't boil it or roast it until the following day, it just loses its flavor, yeah? So, anything else you want to know, guys, let me know in the comments below as we wait for our tea to get ready. But I should just end the video if you guys are okay with everything we've talked so far. Anything you want to know? Who's online? Let me see who is online. Guys, any questions? Okay. So if you guys don't have any other questions for me, I'm gonna end this live here so I can finish preparing my tea. and also clean up the house. So thank you for hanging out with me. I'll probably see you tomorrow in my live for tomorrow. Let me know if you have any questions. You can feel free to enter them in the comments below. Oh, there's a chat. Oh, I'm sorry. Woman, arise and be healed. Welcome. Sorry, I don't know. Did you say, was there something? I can just see the chat you said. You aren't seeing the chat, I think. Did you put anything else after that? Let me know before I log off. The only chat I see is from, I don't know how to pronounce her name, SXHA, where she talked about coleslaw and roasted chicken. She wanted me to make a recipe. And I mentioned that I'm not sure, I've never done it with the free range chicken. Free range chicken takes a really long time to cook because I don't do the other, I don't know, they call them GMO, the other chicken, the soft one that most people use for the breasted chicken, but I will try. And yeah, I don't know if there's any other chat unless I'm the one who can't see them. Woman, arise and be healed. Is there any other chat? That's the last chat that I can see. You aren't seeing the chat, I think. Let me know if another chat after that, because that's the only one I see. Oh, that's the only one I see. I'm sorry. Do you have any questions for me, my dear? Or you're happy, you're satisfied, I can log off? Oh dear. I'm just having my breakfast right now. Can you believe it? I was so hungry. So my ginger has boiled. It's not coming through. What is that? Woman, be healed. What do you mean it's not coming through? So that's how the ginger looks like right now. It's boiling. So at this point, sorry, that's my window. So I just want to add the, if my water has boiled, I'm just gonna add tea leaves. I'm the kind of person who, I don't believe in tea bags, like they don't give me the exact flavor. So I use like the real tea leaves. Let me know, are you a tea bag person or you are the real tea? So I'm just gonna put kuangalia tuna macho. And then I'm gonna put my tea masala. That's my tea masala. Guys, you guys, the aroma here is something else. I wish there was a way I could share virtually. I think this is gonna be my lunch as well. I don't think I'm going to be cooking again. So far, this is how our, please don't laugh at my kichungi, it has a hole. I've been planning to buy a new one, but I haven't gotten around to buy. Don't laugh at it. If you want to give me a Christmas gift, let me know. A kichungi for Christmas, I would really appreciate it. So that's how the mixture looks like that. And the aroma, my goodness, it smells great. It smells amazing. Yeah, so guys, do you have any other question? What do you think? You haven't told me. What kind of tea? Are you a tea bag person? Are you the one who believes in, like me, chai lazima use a nini, you have to use a kichungi. So, I didn't show you how the sausages came out. Let me show you. You guys, just look at that. And so what I like to do, I just want to squeeze more oil out of them. As you can see, look at all this. And I cooked without oil. Okay, and then there's this one. Gosh, I can't even see the question. Goodness. I don't know. Why would they be deleted? I don't even know how to do it. Let me try and check. Woman, arise and be healed. I can't see. I can just see. The only chat I'm seeing is I've sent the question twice. Maybe my messages are being deleted. God, why would they be deleted? Okay, let me see. All messages are visible. Gosh, I can't see. Oh, can you? Yeah, that is so strange. I can't see. Are you able to? Can you send me send me if you're able to just send the question to ivamtali@gmail.com. Yeah, ivamtali@gmail.com. Just send right now. I'm gonna check. I have my phone with me. I'll check. Let me know once you have sent it so I can answer it right now. ivamtali@gmail.com. So, as we wait for woman, thou art healed, arise and be healed. I'll continue to eat my corn as we wait. So the milk now, I don't know if you can see. That's my superior over there. So I just want to add milk to the tea. So it has now boiled. Let me know once you have sent. So this is my tea now. I'm just gonna add milk. As usual, milk of choice, Brookside. It's not sponsored, but if you're working for Brookside and you see this video and you wanna sponsor your girl, I'm happy to. I'm just gonna use about half of it. I think I'm just gonna have 2 sausages. So do you like your sausages salted or unsalted? Somehow, always add salt to my sausages. I know it's not okay, but okay. Woman, arise and be healed. Let me know once you have sent. ivamtali@gmail.com. Guys, these sausages are so yummy. So guys, what are your plans for Christmas? Are you going anywhere? Are you planning to stay indoors? Let me know in the comments below. I'm waiting for Woman Arise and Be Healed. She's trying to send me. Oh, I can see. So, Woman Arise and Be Healed. I've just received your message and I'm going to read it. And I also don't understand why your question is not coming through. I'm sorry for that. So the question is, good topic. I ran 2 Airbnbs in Mombasa. How else apart from booking.com, Facebook, can one get exposure for Mombasa? I've tried listing on Jumia Travel, but they don't respond. I've also tried the other classified like Gigi, but being abroad, they need Kenyan numbers to put on ads. And during quiet seasons, how do I maximize direct bookings apart from the above channels? So I see you already have, you've talked about booking.com. I'm not sure if you're listed on Airbnb.com. If you aren't, you probably want to go there. But also there's 2 things about Airbnb. Oh yes, you're listed on Airbnb. Yeah, so great. So I'm not sure. So one thing you want to do is maximize on forums such as Facebook. So there's a group, for example, called Wanderlust Facebook group. Huge community. It has, I think, almost 330,000 members on it. Oh, my tea is almost ready. Excuse me 1 minute. My tea. Guys, I'm a tea girl. Just check it out. So I'm just letting all the flavors infuse and yeah, it's ready. It's boiling. I'm just gonna give it a few minutes. That's why I am not like a tea bag person. I just like the real loose tea. So as I was saying, you may want to consider, for example, that group. And there are 2 ways where you can promote your property, for example, on that Facebook group or any other Facebook group for that matter. So I know, for example, in Wanderlust, they charge you like 5,000 to advertise your property on the platform. I don't think you need to go that direction. You could if you want to, but when you're just starting out and you're not even sure if somebody is gonna see your advert, that's not the route you want to take. So one thing I would do, and that's one thing that I've done personally to promote my other, like my blog, my videos and stuff, is to always keep checking any new discussions that are ongoing on Airbnb, on the Facebook group, for example. So sometimes you'll find somebody say, hey, I'm looking for recommendations for, I don't know, 2 children and 1 man, we are going to Mombasa, where can I go? So if you see somebody asking such a question, then please feel free to post a link to your Airbnb, but I will go a step further and DM the person who has asked that question. So I'll DM them, and what you want to do in your DMing is not spamming them, but just putting out the main features of your Airbnb that makes it attractive for somebody who is in Mombasa. Like if I said I want to go to Mombasa and I'm looking for a property for my kids. So you have to focus on things like my Airbnb is child friendly. We can provide a maid, for if you need a maid, we can hire for an extra fee. If you need a chef, we could hire one, because obviously when someone is traveling with a baby, for example, they may need help. So you want to focus, look at this kind of person and focus on these add-ons. And you can also do that in your own listing. Like I know booking.com doesn't allow you to get fancy with your descriptions, but with Airbnb it allows you to do that. So make sure you look for ways that makes your property in Mombasa better than the next property. So for example, you can decide, I don't know where your property is located, I don't know, is it a standalone house, is it an apartment? So let's say if it's a standalone house, you want to focus on describing things like there's space, enough space for social distancing, there's grounds for your kids to play, there's a balcony where you can get the sun and get your vitamin D and help keep your, immunity high. So you want to focus on those things that make your property unique. And then you can also provide things like breakfast for free. So you can also, and I don't know why most Airbnbs don't provide meals. And you guys, I ran my own Airbnb for 3 years. And one of the greatest selling points for me was that I provided breakfast. And I always went a step further. I said I provided breakfast, but if you came in late, I always provided dinner. And I noticed that just by doing those, you said you tried many things. Yeah, so, gosh, that noise. Hey. I'm shooting a video. So, sorry about the noise. So what you want to do is just focus on those things that make your property unique, like I've just mentioned. So that's like one. I don't know if you have ever tried Wanderlust. So that's one thing I would do. For example, if somebody requests for a recommendation, or if somebody is having a conversation. So like the other day, I saw somebody was saying, hey, I miss so and so. He used to post, but I don't see him anymore. What's going on? Today I have so much time in my hands and I wish he had posted something. So what I did, I went and commented on that post and I said, hey, meanwhile, as you wait for Isaac to post, you can be checking out this video of mine while I was in Lamu. So you just want to try and capitalize on such opportunities, and I'm sure there's a few handful of people who went and viewed my channel as a result of that. And then also something else you can do. So I personally had a Twitter page for my Airbnb. I had an Instagram page for my Airbnb. I had Facebook page for my Airbnb, and I had a Pinterest page for my Airbnb. So just by virtue of being on those platforms, it gave me an opportunity to further showcase my property. And then I am a blogger, so that is something that really worked for me. So every time I would list my property, and my property was near the airport, so I would come up with posts like, I don't know, cheapest accommodation near the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, and I'll make sure that my property featured there. And then also when I commented in forums, I would comment with my property name. So instead of commenting like on a YouTube video as Eva Mtali, because my business name for my properties is Eva's Place. So I would comment as Eva's Place, for example. So those are some of the things I would do. But something else you also can take advantage of is staying at your own Airbnb. So I don't know about you, but something I noticed, for some reason, my Airbnbs used to be so much cuter than my house. Like, there are days when my kids are like, Mom, today I'm going to stay at the Airbnb. I want to stay at your house. They were just cuter. So we'd go there to the Airbnbs and take pictures and shoot videos. So staying at your own Airbnb is also a good thing. You can invite your friends. So I would invite my friends over on some of the nights when there was no people. And once they start coming, like I would give them like just one night and encourage them to do that. Oh, you've tried many things. Oh, anyway, so that's what I would do. But also another reality that we have to consider is at this point in time, especially, so like I used to run my Airbnb between 2014, I think, and 2017, back in the day. So first of all, the market wasn't saturated. You probably understand Kenyans usually, like when they see something, everybody wants to do it. So I was fortunate I entered Airbnb. Like I was one of the very first people to list their property. So of course I cashed in on, what do you call it? New market entrant. But something else you also have to realize, when the pandemic happened, suddenly a lot of people found themselves without jobs. And there was this sudden rush of everyone going to find alternative ways of making money. So obviously there's also been that sludge, and the fact that we don't have as many international visitors coming in as they used to. So there's that as well. So, and then there's also just a sludge. Is it sludge? Like, there's just a lot more properties on the market than usually there was, and most of it is unoccupied. And I've seen some of the prices that people are charging. Like, there's people charging $10 per night, and I'm like, how you even buying detergent with $10 if you're already spending that on accommodation? So there's that as well. People have become so desperate, they've driven prices down. So people are competing more on price than on quality, for example. So that also may be affecting your listing or any other listing for that matter. So, and also like I mentioned at the beginning, it depends. So you have to Airbnbs, who is your target market? If your target market, if it's just an apartment targeting, I don't know, maybe business people. So around this time, there's fewer people who are traveling for business than there are people traveling for leisure. So maybe you need to change your strategy now that people are approaching the Christmas season. There's people who don't want to stay in hotels because of the fear of COVID and stuff like that. So you can start doing that as well. And also among your friends, your relatives, talk to people, your colleagues, yeah? Let them know you have an Airbnb, and do not give anybody free accommodation, especially around this time. Tell them I have Airbnb, talk to people. So me, I also had my own business cards for Eva's place, and because I travel so much, I would carry them at the airport, and I would just randomly give people my card. Like, I think my cards are like everywhere around this world. So that's another thing you might want to do. If you think you have extra money to spare, you could do business cards and just give people, yeah, talk to people. Me, I'd even be in a matatu and give somebody. In those days, there was no COVID, so I'm not sure how you can do that now. But maybe you can also do digital business cards, and just share with your contact list. You never know. There's obviously going to be a lot of last minute people who will be looking for last minute accommodation. Like now, somebody was telling me Diani is so full. Like, almost every hotel in Diani has been full for the last, I don't know, 2 weeks or something. And I'm sure this is gonna get worse as we approach Christmas. So you can cash in on these last minute people. And as I mentioned, just try and put those extras. That's what I used to do. Like, if you wanted a chef, I had one. You wanted babysitting, I provided that. Like, I was very flexible. And back in the day, there was no Ubers, so I would even offer airport pickup I would offer pickup and drop off. So there's really many things you can do. And then there's, you say, I live abroad, so digital is better, and Facebook has brought business. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So if you can, I don't know, are you a member of the Wanderlust group? I think it would be a very, very great opportunity for you. I have found, like, for my own Instagram account, for example, I have found almost 3,000 new subscribers just by being a member of that group alone. Please check that group. It's called Wanderlust Diaries. It currently has 300 and almost 40,000, and 90% of them are Kenyans who like to travel. So it's a purely travel. And people are also looking for recommendations on that platform. I have visited so many locations that people had recommended through the platform. So that's something you want to do. And also when you get Wanderlust, let me email you. It's Wanderlust Diaries, WAND. I'm just replying to your email you sent me. Wander, WANDERLUST Diaries is the name of the Facebook group, but I will also leave a link at the bottom when the live is over. It's called Wanderlust Diaries. It's a huge group. Wanderlust, yes. No. There's no R next to the S. Wanderlust. I've responded to the email you sent me. I don't know how to type a message when I'm on live chat. I don't even know if it's possible. I don't think it's possible if you were. Yeah. So that is one group I would look at. And another thing you can do is, if you ever get a client who stays at your property, encourage them to leave a review. And if, let's say, you get a local client, encourage them to leave a review on Wanderlust Diaries. So that's one thing that a lot of people are on that group and they're looking for recommendations. So if you ever get a local staying here, encourage them to please go and leave a review on Wanderlust. There's a lot of market there. I have personally benefited from it. Like I mentioned, you could always follow up the posts, see what is relevant for you. Yeah, I hope I answered your question. Woman, arise and be healed. I love your YouTube name. It's very timely. We all need healing, especially now. If you're satisfied, let me know so I can log off. You're still working on it? Oh, okay, great. So I'm gonna eat my corn meanwhile. Oh, you're welcome, my dear. Thank you so much for giving me company. Oh, you're working on the camera. How long have you been with your YouTube channel? How long have you been on YouTube with your channel? Oh, okay. Great, I'm gonna check it out. And I encourage all my subscribers, please check her out. Oh, you write more than speak. Wow. I do both. So I have this, what do you call? And no, please, you can please leave a comment of your blog here. You never know, some of our audience might be interested in learning more about you. If it's not like private, I would encourage you to leave it here. You never know who could benefit from it. So I was saying I have this thing that I set for myself that I write at least 1,000 words every day, and it has helped me tremendously. So every single day before I sleep, I make sure I have written at least 1,000 words every day. So it could be for my blog, could be business ideas, could be scripts for my video, anything I write. And then like this period, I have given myself the challenge to participate in Vlogmas, where basically you shoot one video every day until 24th. And that's why I'm doing the lives, because it's not practical for me to shoot videos and edit them and post them every single day. So the lives are really working for me, and I'm really loving, I'm enjoying them. Like, it's my first time to do live. I'm more of I used to do Facebook lives when I travel, like when I'm in the restaurant. That time when I'm eating, I would do live, but I've never like really done YouTube lives. But I think I'm loving them. Like, it's an easy way of quote unquote easy passing the same information without having to worry about the editing and stuff like that. And you can do it while you do other things, which I think is really cool. Yeah, so I don't know if there's anybody else with another. Yeah, writing is therapeutic. I love it. Like, I don't even know what I would do without writing. I really love it, and it has helped me so much, because to write also you need to read widely. So I do a lot of reading as well. So it has really helped me. And so every time, like when I'm in the gym, so before I go to the gym, I usually do my morning run of 7 kilometers to and fro. So during that period, so I say my prayer as I'm running, once I finish. So it's just to think of topics that I think I could talk about and share and write about. And then like Wednesdays and Fridays, I go for steam and sauna. So when I'm just in there, I'm just thinking, what could I talk about? And then I come up with ideas, what could I write? And I mean, it's encouraging, it's therapeutic, as you mentioned, and I just love it. Well, if you will allow me to end this live here, thank you very much for staying. And I really definitely enjoyed my time with you. So I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thank you. Love you.